thanks Tess. Thanks for reminding everybody that we sit here on the airstrip with a flat tire. We're not stuck. We just can't go anywhere because having the flat tire, just driving the car away out of here, just has potential to damage the tire itself. And we can't get out now because, well, we'll just ruin the sighting for the other people. You know, male lions are notoriously sort of shy and of people. You know, you see lionesses often will stand their ground more often than males. A male is more often or more likely to stand his ground if he's mating with a female and he's in that high testosterone, sexually aware or sexually active state. But the amount of male lions I've encountered in my life on foot and how they scamper away from you, it's quite something. It's quite something to experience, actually. I mean, they talk about it as being the rite of passage in many African cultures, that you need to be able to stand and look at a male lion in the eye, and that is your test of manhood. So we didn't, because he's here and we're here and there's other vehicles watching and there's no urgency for us to do anything about our wheel, we'll just wait. Just wait and see what he gets up to. We've got time. Excuse me, we've got time. Danica, I mean, I don't think there's a set sort of number or time frame there. Lionesses that are in estrus will be covered by the males for weeks, if not months, as they go through those cycles, so that the males can follow them that whole time. Lions that have, prides that have got young cubs, the males also can follow them, but not be too active in the area, because, well, the cubs annoy them. But when it comes to feeding, you often find the males meeting up with the females. And it also depends on the individuals. Dark man, for example, we saw often with a pride of lion. But he was a bit injured himself, a little bit hindered in his movements. And so I think he capitalized off following the Telemati pride everywhere they went. So it's different for each male. They will be with the pride for a period of time and then move off to secure their territorial, to practice their territorial duties, often on their own or often as a group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 males. That coalition can split as well to cover a larger area, often coming back together again. But what often does happen is when there's a kill of a certain degree, maybe not enormous, and the male lion encounters it with the pride, the male often dominates that kill and the pride can often move off and leave him. And then he has to find them again. So if the pride doesn't want to hang out with him, every time he calls, they can just keep moving away. But if they do have cubs, and he is the father or the coalition member of one of the fathers, it's in their best interest to have him around, even if he's a bit pushy and shovey at meal times. So there's no set sort of number. Different prides will have different sort of movements with the males. I think with the Unkuhuma pride, okay, here we go. He's heard something. He's going to call. He made a rumble there. their hearing is impeccable. Okay, so that is his territorial call, that his brother, if he's interested, will answer, or his brother will hear him and will just come here. It can be heard a very long distance away. You'll sometimes find male lions walking while they call, as they try to locate each other, try to get their band together. And there's often a wonderful greeting ceremony between coalition members. It's really quite something to see. These big, aggressive, dominant males just become quite cuddly. Sometimes will sleep right on each other, touching each other, with almost no proximity between them, no space. Kabuki, the call of power indeed. The call of power. The male lion, there's nothing quite like that sound. Nothing quite like it. And after calling, you'll often see them staring off into that direction, listening. It is priceless. We've been very fortunate here at Madikwe. I think myself and Rian's opening shot, we got the other gentleman calling. And then we had him calling a lot yesterday. And now we've got this guy calling. So sometimes we spend a lot of time trying to get male lions to call. Quite fortunate, quite blessed to say that I went to, after my last stint at Madikwe, I took guests to Jackie Sabi House, there close to Juma, next to Chitwa. And we spent some time with Dark Mane, probably his last week before he got injured by the buffalo. And we had him calling a few times. And I haven't had Dark Mane calling much in my life, a few times, but not that often. And we had him calling about 2 or 3 times. So we were super blessed. My guest and friend Roy Edge was very excited. He was a WildEarth viewer with his wife Jill, and they came through on a WildEarth expedition last year, November. And I know that many of those expeditionees are probably watching right now. They all remember fondly the memories of Dark Mane, and it was quite a treat, because that was all Roy really wanted to see, was Dark Mane, and we saw him in action a few times, which is a great way to send him off. Those of you who aren't aware, shortly after middle November last year, Dark Mane got attacked by a herd of buffalo. He was unable to get away, and he got some severe injuries which led to his death.